Just like you had your own 21 days encounter, I had 9 days in Sao Paulo, Brazil. When I got to Sao Paulo, my friend said he wanted me to rest because I was stressed. So they launched me in one hotel called Hotel Apollo. I'll never forget. Have you been there? You were there? Apollo. So I was in Apollo. And because of the difference in time, all right, Brazil is in the past. So we flew into the past, and my body clock did not adjust. I was awake when people were sleeping, and I felt like sleeping when people were awake. I know you know what I'm talking about. So because I was awake, I had to convert the sleeplessness to prayer. And then I began to pray. After 2 hours of prayer, then I had an encounter. Another 2 hours, the next day, I'll have an encounter. I said, okay, this thing is working. What was the first encounter? They were doing screening. The reason for the screening was because I saw John Knox and 13 other intercessors that had passed, crying that it was only John Knox I could recognize, that the things they prayed about and asked God to do, and God agreed that he will do it. And even now, it is not yet done. So an emergency meeting was held in heaven, and I saw Abraham and who? Joel, Prophet Joel. They are the two I could recognize on that committee. And some angels were attached to the committee that they can send on errand. So I followed the angels that came to Africa. They had a lamp. You know, I've told you about this. They had one strange lamp. And when they hold it over a continent, they are looking for a certain color. The moment they hold it over, colors will begin to appear on people's foreheads. They were looking for orange. So I followed the ones that came to Africa, and they diverted and came to Nigeria. So I followed them. Then they now raised the lamp. You will not agree when I tell you that orange, there were so many colors. Orange was the scarcest color in Nigeria. And I don't want to tell you what orange meant because I went to find out. I'll prefer that it remains a mystery to you. They raised the lamp like this, and we began to seek for orange. The best orange, are you with me? The best orange we saw in Nigeria was in Western Nigeria. One man unknown from the Yoruba tribe, in the service of Jesus Christ, he was picked. That's the first man that was the best orange. I was the second one to be picked. And eventually we were like 26. And we're going through screening. So every night I come into that prayer, they will show me the first phase of I passed the first. It was 6 levels. In fact, the first level, I was even the best. Second level, I was the best. Third level, I was the best. Fourth level, I almost got screened out. That man, I've never met that man, but I hope I do. The man was just, it's not as if he will be first, but he will pass. His own. What level I almost got screened out. Then one of the elders on the table, because I know Abraham was there, I know Joel was there, I didn't know that particular person. He now, on his honor, he asked the committee to pass me on his honor. So that's how I survived the 4th level. I was still the best at the 5th level and in the 6th level. And I will not tell you what the 4th level was. Okay, I think I can tell you. You know why I was almost screened out? I was told that the people because those days if I see you stealing, I will not say anything. Why? My justification for that was that I felt that I had taught you not to steal. If you choose to steal, it's on your soul. That my conduct was what reduced my mark. And if you go like this, it will destroy people. I told us that I point an error in your life is an act of love. My own natural wiring will keep quiet, and I can keep quiet for 10 years. If I come to her and say, don't do this. The love in it. In fact, I had to, in order for me to do that, I had to overcome myself to do that. The natural disposition I have is to keep quiet and just say, Meanwhile, the rating I got for that You know, it looks small. That was the problem of Eli. He did not rebuke. You are getting it. So I now changed. The first leaders I raised in Makodi, I will not. After I teach and you are doing, I will not. The first set of leaders. The second set of leaders, which is Lagos being the first outstation branch, it is from your own set that I started because of those encounters. When we now came out on the other side and were congratulated, we were six. We were 6 in Africa and 2 from Nigeria. Are you with me? It was after that they now gave us nations. The nations they gave me, you have heard it before. Because I don't speak in secret, I speak in the public. You've heard it before. I told you UK, Ghana, and South Africa. Those were the 3 nations that they gave. The time they gave me these 3 nations, I had no connection to any of these nations. It was not by anybody's recommendation that we penetrated any of these nations. It was by Jesus himself. Are you there? Sorry for troubling you with my my encounters. It's not an attempt to show you how spiritual I am. If that's what you see, forgive me. But I'm just trying to teach, to make you see the depth of the matter that we're talking about. After those encounters, I came back. Imagine me, I'm still working. You know, I was working. How we now colonize UK, colonize South Africa. South Africa, that you can't even get a visa to the country. Have you tried it before? That's the hardest visa to get in terms of an African country. In fact, when you come to the border and you tell them it's a church meeting that brought you, you are in trouble. They hate church with passion. So what happened to us? Meanwhile, if you understand some prophetic things, you will know that there are nations whose destinies are related, and that of Nigeria and South Africa are related. That's why those principalities with those xenophobic, you understand? Never read the news and understand it the way they report it. Say, okay, how will we even get visas to South Africa? Thank God for Ghana. We have free passage. Even this UK you are talking about, the last 2 times I applied, they denied me. And I applied with every government backing and everything. So how do we even? So the insufficiency, it was more than yours. Remain dependent on him. Out of nothing, God made it. In fact, the level of penetration he has given us, I hope you know, the only window I had for us to plant South Africa branch was 3 days. 3 days. We struck in 3 days. That was how a branch started. And that branch is still alive. You know why? Not because I'm a champion. Jesus sent me. And I believed him. He supplied the grace. I obeyed him. That is a life of a spiritual man.